Hi, my name is Missy. I'm here to do the bullshit and the blessings for, to be honest, I forgot which week. So I'm just going to actually go ahead and get into the reading. Um, so we're going to do things just a little bit different today. What I'm going to do is I am going to get some focus cards for the pick a card. I'm not going to actually shuffle the cards on camera simply because my setup that I have for the camera and it is sitting on top of the table. And every time that I shuffle, it kind of shakes everything. And I'm noticing in editing that it doesn't look great. And then also, I don't know if I'm going to have a problem with the microphone or not today because apparently, even though my microphone seems to be working, I'm not sure if it's actually hooked up to the computer or not. So I guess we're going to find out if this reading is going to work. So I have already shuffled some of these cards. Let's go ahead and get a focus, or a couple of focuses. So today we're going to be using the Dreamtime. What is this? What is it? The Dreamtime Reading Cards by Laura Bowen. So to connect with the ancient spirit and nature of Australia. And so the reason that I'm picking these cards is because I happen to have a new cockatoo in the house. And so I felt like I would honor Australia today. Because this cockatoo is a pain in my butt. From what I've been told from a couple Australian friends that I have, that's normal. So let's get some focus cards. There we go. Let's get a couple more. I want to do at least 3 groups today. I'll go ahead and show you group 1. So, okay. Cards for you there today. So interesting. We have the song Lady Jesus by Upsall playing in the background. So since this is still the general portion of the reading, but for anybody, everybody, take it however it resonates for you. So here's card number 2. So by the way, group number 1 is going to be Goanna. Group number 2 is Firefly. There we go. And group number 3 is Mountain. Let me get these set up, and we'll leave them there for a second so that you can choose. Feel free to choose one or more, whatever you feel called to. But you ain't taking me home. Okay, so hi, group number 1. So we have Carrie Underwood drinking alone already for group number 1. Interesting. Okay, so interesting. So as I explained in the beginning, I'm not actually going to be shuffling the cards too much since I already did that before we started the reading because I don't want everything to shake. So I'm going to go ahead and start in with the As Above deck from the Book of Shadows Tarot because we're starting off your reading with the song Drinking Alone, where she's talking about, hey, we should be drinking alone. Anyway, let's get started. Let's see what's going on. So we're going to start off with 4 cups immediately. All right, so this is talking about some sort of romantic situation where someone is maybe wanting to come back in, wanting to renew something with you. So that's just starting it off. Let's see what else we get. Maybe this is something where you're just, based on the lyrics from the song and this card that's coming out, and then also self-preservation being the keywords from your focus card, I feel like it's the same. Like we should, in a way it feels like, okay, here's the thing. Like we should team up together, but we should do it without strings, is how it feels to me. Okay. So now we have the Nine of Swords. Okay, so this is because apparently it's maybe coming from the energy of, well, obviously we should be drinking alone. Like this is the energy of heartbreak, right? All right, so let's go ahead and try and get excuse me for a second while I get this situated. Let's try and get us, a good spread going on here in the center. So why do you need to preserve yourself or protect yourself? Okay. All right, we're starting off with the Sun. All right, the best card, or one of the best cards in the deck. So if you're starting off so positive, what's going on? Now we have the Page of Pentacles with the Eight of Pentacles. So this is what's on your mind. I do feel like this is literally saying we should partner up, we should work together, because that's what the Eight of Pentacles is about, right? It's so interesting because she's pregnant in this particular, in the Sun card here, she's pregnant. He's got a rabbit on his lap, right? But I kind of feel like, based on the energy we're coming in with the music and the Oracle card, that this is like not necessarily a case of happy family so much as it is we need to get together to pool our resources for whatever, to work together to pool our resources, but there's no actual love there. And it's weird because now we've got, okay, this is a trippy reading, you guys. Now we've got the song Feel Like Making Love by Bad Company. Interesting. So if someone, is this like some BS that someone is trying to pull because what they really want is something more? Let's see what's going on. Hold on. If it's, let's see what's going on before I start saying too much. All right. Okay, look, we've got the Two of Cups. Keep forgetting you can only see so many cards on these videos. So now I've got the Two of Cups coming under the Sun. So I really do feel like somebody really wants, they really, really want a relationship. And they're saying, okay, hold on. Let's get together to save money. Let's work together to save money. What the fuck? It feels a little bit deceptive. I don't know. Like, this is weird. Let's get some more cards. But the Four of Pentacles being in the center of this reading, this is, the Four of Pentacles can be like holding too tightly to something because you aren't willing to let go, right? And so if you're talking about a situation where someone's saying, hey, let's pool our resources, let's work together, but they're doing it because but there's like no love. They're saying, let's have this relationship, but there's no love in this relationship. It's almost like greedy energy in a way, right? It's because they're not willing to let you go, or it's greedy energy because they want to live a more luxurious life. But now if that's the case, like If this is a situation where it's just friends and you're doing that, absolutely go for it. Help each other out, be supportive. From what I'm seeing so far, we still have to finish the rest of the reading. But if this is a situation where this is a partnership or romance or something like that, where, this person would be taking a spot that could be filled by someone who could make your life very happy, right? Why would you want to commit to something that doesn't have all the things that you want? So if you really want love, like if you're coming into this without feeling love for this person, don't do this. It would be my advice. I have to be honest, like I said, we still have to finish the reading. I really do feel like one person in this situation is being a little bit deceptive in this offer. That's all I'm going to say. So let's get some more cards. Because I do feel like they're saying that it's, let's just work together, but in reality what they want is a relationship. They just aren't willing to say that or something. I don't know. It just feels deceptive and weird to me. All right, so now we have the Five of Pentacles coming underneath the Four of Pentacles. So, underneath the Eight of Pentacles and next to the Four of Pentacles. So this is literally saying with this progression, this is saying, let's have this, like this card, this row of cards is a sentence that's saying, let's become a couple or go into this relationship, this partnership, because I don't want to let go. And I'm afraid of rejection. This is what the truth of it is, right? Because again, we started the reading knowing that we needed to go into our mind rather than what is being creative, right? So this isn't, what's happening right here may not, like you may have received some sort of offer for something, a relationship or something, and this offer seems very abundant, but it might have come in under the guise of, let's just pool our resources, okay? But the reality of it is they want to have more. And I totally just lost my train of thought while I was going into that. And I know why. The reason is because you've got 555 on the bottom of the deck that I haven't even gotten to yet. But we're going to get to that in a second. So whatever I was just saying, apparently I said everything I was supposed to because I forgot. Yeah, it totally feels like right here, like this is just somebody who doesn't want to let go because they're afraid of, like they're literally afraid you're going to reject them or something. And so, or something, I don't know. This is weird. But anyway, okay, so now we get to the 555. You've got the Book of Shadows, which is the Hierophant, but in this particular deck, this is a book that is open, which means secrets. Somebody is confessing something, obviously, from this row. So we have the Sun card, the Two of Cups, and the Hierophant. This is someone saying, let's get married, let's have a relationship, let's solidify whatever this partnership is. Okay, so it just keeps saying the same thing over and over in this row. Then we get here to the Five of Swords. Now, this is depicting palmistry, right? So, palmistry being like looking at the signs, reading the signs, that type of thing, right? And this is sitting in the center row, which has to do with the energy of right now. This is also what is under the control of the person that's watching this. There's the song "Cut the Line" by Papa Roach is playing in the background, and it's interesting to me. I don't know if you can see the imagery, but it says "Ego Trip" on there for the album cover. So I feel like Ego Trip is actually part of what's playing into this, because again, like I said, I feel like there's some sort of weird deception where somebody is saying that they want one thing, but what they really want is something different. And so with the Five of Swords, there's like defeat attached to it, right? So now we've got somebody who doesn't want to let go. They're trying to hold on too tightly to something, because they're feeling defeated or they're afraid of rejection and defeat, probably, like this is what they have control over. And I feel like it's weird. I feel like with the way this hand is out, like in a way, I almost feel like they're saying, look at the proof. Like, it's almost as if, like, okay, if we're going to get really technical, this is someone saying, well, read my palm. If you want to know me so well, read my palm, read my chart, read my whatever, right? Go ahead and get to know me. But I feel like there's something, like they're trying to give proof, like even if it's not about readings, right? Let's say they're saying, well, talk to this person over here. They'll tell you who I am. Something about proof, but it's coming in the center where it's based on this offer, right? Here's the offer, and here's the like references, but again, it's based in greed or just because I don't want to let go. And then you have the Five of Wands next to the Five of Swords. So you have the energy of defeat with the Five of Swords, and the Five of Wands brings in the energy of like friendly competition. And you know what I just realized? You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 fives in this reading. So this is all about like huge change. There's some sort of offer coming in, and I think the offer is coming from someone who's doing it from a sense of self-preservation. I'm actually going to take the Ace of Pentacles that was on the bottom of the deck because I was going to do an advice card, but I feel like instead this needs to be our outcome card, right? So, okay, look, oh my God, look at all the Lovers, but then you've got the Four of Swords, and it looks like a little bit with okay, hold on. So there's definitely some sort of offer on the table, okay? Think twice or pay attention to who and what they're saying, because I think there are ulterior motives, possibly romantic. Now, that doesn't always have to be a bad thing unless you're not interested in this person, or maybe you've tried to reject them before. Like if you have a bad feeling about it, then obviously you're going to be upset about the deception behind the offer, right? Or if this is someone that you're not interested in at all, you might want to be a little bit wary about going into this situation because they are expecting more than what you think they are, okay? But with with this, if you decide to take this offer, whatever it is, if this is something you are interested in, it's bringing all this really good energy, but there's something, again, there's more deception here with this Four of Swords. So you may need to be very open and like confront them about any deception. Because, otherwise this is all very positive energy. There's just something here in terms of communication, because this is swords. There's something that they're not telling you. Something that you need to be again, it could be this, that they actually have these feelings for you, but it could be something else. So just be aware. All right, so now we're going to get into the part of the reading that, I'm not exactly sure how to explain, because I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to use it. This is going to be the very first time I'm using this particular charm board in these readings, so give me a second to adjust my camera. Actually, you know what? I might be able to get this in here. Hold on. All right. Okay, so this is a chakra charm board. And actually, this may not be, I may have to adjust it a little bit more. Give me a second. I gotta be careful with my camera because I want to. It changed the light, and now it looks funky. It doesn't look right. Oh well. So I made this board last night, this chakra board. It's actually a charm board. And like I said, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to use it. I'm not exactly sure why I made it into a chakra board. I just know that I felt like I needed to make it into a chakra board. So we are going to discover this together. So here we have the moon, we have the sun, but I am going to read those probably two ways. Really, it's going to be instinctual for me. I may read this as the Earth Star chakra, and then the Soul Star. So this is the chakra that is literally where your feet are connected to the earth, and this would be the chakra that is right above your head. And then everyone knows the main seven being the root, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, which actually came out pink. I meant for it to come out, or excuse me, third eye, and then crown, which came out pink, and I meant for it to come out more. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So this one's going to be the third eye. This is, or excuse me, crown, and this is going to be the third eye. So, and I may get those mixed up. We don't know. It's simply because I intended for this one to come out a different color than it did, but that's okay. All right. Give me a second to get these. Oh, and we are going to incorporate our astrology by way of dice. And actually do that at the end. So these are going to be for everyone right now. These are just general messages. Take them as they resonate. If they do not resonate for you, and I apologize that I forgot to do my disclaimer. I was too excited about getting into the reading. I hate these disclaimers anyway. So again, you know, if the details fit for you, then they are meant for you. If they do not, please do not try to make them fit. And I'm not going into the whole other thing because I just want to start reading. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is come over here, because we have the gun that came out on top of the solar plexus and sacral chakras. So this is literally, you know, you do have like this is your last shot at whatever it is. You do still have a chance, but it is quite literally your last shot because of the way that this fell. So you have to act now and get creative as well. You have the rose here, and it is sitting on top of the solar plexus chakra. But I do have to tell you, because it's sitting on top of yellow, like, for me, this tells me this is more like friendship rather than romantic love, but this has to do with like showing your friends that you love them, taking action towards your friends to prove that you love them. So we have the caged bird sitting here in the third eye chakra. So I feel like this is talking about messages coming in. So if you're feeling some sort of intuitive messages, but you're unsure, definitely listen to them. One thing I do want to say, because this bird, obviously the cage doors are not open, so you could be feeling trapped. And so these messages may have to do with this sense of feeling trapped and what you need to do in order to break out of that, especially because we do have the sun coming up over the clouds in this particular charm here. And it is kind of straddling both the solar plexus and third eye chakra. So again, this is like these intuitive messages are, and then you have the scepter quartz here. So these intuitive messages are literally giving you the tools that you need to get yourself out of the situation so that you no longer feel trapped, to bring you freedom. And also it has to do with having faith. So even though this is, to me, it's like literally almost touching the root chakra, but it is in the solar plexus chakra. So I feel like you do have a basis of faith, but you haven't been active in your faith. And so this is like a reminder to get more active in your faith, however that resonates for you. We're going to come over here to the root chakra where we have the candy cane, which is talking about some sort of gift or surprise that's coming in probably this week, because these readings are meant to be for the week. We do have the tornado or hurricane charms. So there could be some issues where your security is like, you feel like your security is being shaken in some way, or there's some sort of upheaval around your security, and it could have to do with relationships, because we have the ring, as well as we have this feather here. So the feathers are messages or communication. So there could be some sort of communication within a relationship that causes an upheaval. Then we have, let's see, we have the love and be loved charm. the Virgo charm. We have the number 11 domino and the number 8 domino. I'm just going to go ahead and read all of the root chakra here. So with love and be loved with the Virgo charm, I feel like this is a special message either to you from a Virgo or to a Virgo from, someone, in particular. You'll know if this, applies to you or not. This could just be like a confirmation for you in particular. Then we have the arches and the Made with Love charm that are sitting on top of the moon and the, what I would call the earth star chakra and the root chakra. So what this is telling me is, in order for you to go through this next threshold, this next ascension, whatever it is that you need to sort of level up, you need to kind of tap into your security, your connection to Mama Earth, your connection to your mother, your connection to compassion, love, intuition, the moon, so on and so forth. So kind of get deep down into grounding and, nurturing. And then again with the 11 domino, so the numbers 11, 6, and 5 or 65 could be important. For the 8 domino, the number 8, the number 4, or the number 44. Then we have I will sitting on top of the root chakra, as well as the combination of throat and heart chakra. So with all of this, this is saying, you have like a good foundation, but you have to actually communicate exactly what it is that you want, I think is it's going to be really important. Interesting that my throat started to really tickle when I said that. So maybe you're having difficulty communicating in some way. We have and then we have the palm fronds. Maybe it's because you need to reach out to somebody. And also we have the feather over here. Definitely, I think it's that you need to reach out to somebody and say something to somebody and you don't want to. Take that however it resonates. We do have the number 7 domino sitting on top of the what I would call the crown chakra area. And so the number 6, the number 1, the number 61, and the number 7 is going to be important. I feel like this is saying, like, you know what you need to say as well, because the number 7 talks about being on the right path. Like, you already know what you need to say. You already know. You don't need anybody to give you advice there. You don't need to change it up in any way either if that's something that you were thinking about. Just say you already know exactly what it is. You have the I can charm again sitting on top of throat and heart. So again, you can. You just have to psych yourself up. There's protection here with the, this is the protection rune here. I can never pronounce the names of these runes correctly, so I'm hesitant to try because I don't want someone to be offended if I butcher it. But it's the rune of protection and family. It's like your roots, right? So maybe you need to reach out to your family, especially because you do have the phone and the Made with Love charm sitting over here. So definitely there's a lot of like, reach out, be the first one to communicate, say exactly what you're thinking. You don't need to change it in any way. Just go with your gut, go with your instincts. You've got the Sagittarius charm with the child. And it could be either you are a Sagittarius or the person you need to reach out to is a Sagittarius, possibly has to do with a child, maybe your child, maybe, take that however that resonates. They could be your child. Maybe you have a child together. However that resonates. Also, it has to do with protection or protecting a child in some way. I don't know. Again, take that however that resonates, because the umbrella is in the reverse. The way that I'm looking at it, I feel like it's in the reverse. You guys may be seeing it in the upright. And then we have the $20 bill in turned upside down, which tells me there are going to be some sort of expenses. Like, you may receive news of some sort of unexpected expense or bill. So like, my advice here would be to go ahead and save your money just in case, because you might have something come in that you weren't expecting. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and leave that here and move on to group number 2. Hello, group Firefly. How are you? Let's go ahead and get into your reading. I am not really going to do my disclaimer. Well, oh God, I guess I should do my disclaimer. I really hate these. Look, if the details fit, it's meant for you. If they don't fit, it's not meant for you. Please don't try to make them fit. You're responsible for your own life. Please use that responsibility to your advantage and don't do something simply because I suggest it in one of these videos. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an accountant. I'm not any of those things. If you need advice for one of those subjects, please consult a professional. Yeah, so God, you guys, I'm sure you can tell I hate these things, hate doing these disclaimers, but like, you kind of have to. So, all right, so group firefight. Let's see what's going on with you this week. What is the bullshit and the blessings that you are dealing with? Weirdly, I'm not sure. Okay, so I went ahead and shuffled before I started doing these readings simply because my camera setup shakes if I shuffle the cards. So, because it's sitting on top of the table. So I apologize for not shuffling on camera. But let's go ahead and get some oracle cards to see what's happening. Oh, interesting, very bright colors. So we have sapphire, regenerate your body. Tangerine, be spontaneous and have fun. Turquoise, awaken your empathy. And amber, awaken your creativity. Interesting. All of this energy, I feel like it's weird. I feel like you might be dealing with children this week or something. If it's not children, like if you're not dealing or working with children in some way this week, it has to do with like, it's just basically saying you're going to need to be, excuse me. I tried to put these up here to help me hold the cards up. Come on. Oh, I guess they're too heavy, maybe. Why? Why? It worked with the other cards. Oh my God. I give up. You guys, I give up. No. God help me. You guys, I can't. This is so annoying. We're going to lay them down right there just like that. I don't even care at this point. Look, whatever works. Oh, please don't fall. Don't do this to me. Okay. Can you guys see those? Whatever. This is like such a OCD thing for me right now. It's like driving me crazy. You guys have no idea. Oh my God. I gotta ignore it. And dude, I just looked over the bottom of the deck. It says developmental clarity. Maybe there's something going on. Okay, interesting. Like I keep saying in all of my readings, I don't ever take anything for granted in these readings. So if it happens, it's probably somehow connected, right? So maybe this is why it's saying, awaken your empathy, all of that is because whoever you're dealing with, especially if it's a child, right, you're going to need to be very patient because maybe there's something that's something about their personality or their character or something that might be irritating to you that you want to fix or change or something in some way. Because like for me, it could even be maybe this is a person that you're dealing with who has like OCD or something like I do, or maybe you're dealing with somebody who has some other issue, right? And so, there's something about that is very irritating to you, but you have to have compassion. Whatever, take it however it resonates. I feel like with this, they're saying, number one, really, like awaken, really like think about it, like really, think before you speak, think before you react, or try to breathe or something before you react. Oh my God, please don't do that. I'm going to leave it alone in just a second, I promise. I just want them to at least be straight. That's all I need. Okay, that's good. Sorta, kinda. Anyway, so let's get some cards. Now that we went through all that. I feel like we need the TV series Tarot for whatever reason. Let's see what's going on with you. Why do you need to... Ooh, you have some jumpers that almost wanted to come but didn't. So, oh, did you see that? Wow. Okay, so there's something, whoever, whatever this situation is, I think it might be a little bit volatile because these cards literally just jumped across the table. Hold on. Look at, we've got the Strength card. Again, so it's you can really see it in the imagery here. This is Beauty and the Beast, right? So the way that Beauty is able to tame the beast is through patience, love, and understanding. I don't know why it's not like focusing. That's the only thing I hate about this camera. Okay, there we go. So again, like the only reason that the way that she's able to tame the beast is through love and patience and understanding, right? So that's what we're starting out with. Well, we already knew it with the Oracle card, but literally with the Tarot, they're kind of reiterating the same message. So now you've got the Ace of Pentacles. You have the Four of Pentacles. And interesting that we see someone in a wheelchair. So I have a feeling. Now we've got the Queen of Pentacles. We've got the Six of Swords and then the Five of Swords. Okay, interesting. Are you helping? Are you somehow involved in helping people with some sort of illness or issue to like move on to better things? Or maybe you will be this week. There's something this week where you're going to need to be very compassionate in order to help someone like find their peace in some way. But I think that whoever this person is, there may be an argument or some sort of something because of this. This is the last card in the row. And even though, you know, what I'm noticing, we don't have, because this is an even number, we've got 6 cards, we don't actually have a central card. So I'm actually going to split them like this, and I'm going to just pick up a central card because I want to know, is this a work situation? The reason that I ask that is because we have so many pentacles. Or is this a, you know, like, are you going to be working with a child or children or something? I feel like whatever you're doing this week, possibly it is around work, but you have to be very sensitive. And there could be pushback. And then look, interesting that we have the Eight of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Maybe somebody's moving on from something and you have to be very delicate because they may not want to. Hold on, let me get another card. Yeah, it is because we have the Temperance card. And actually, now that I'm seeing the Temperance card, I feel like this person, like, I wonder if maybe somebody is having a bad reaction to some medication or something. Or some sort of food, toxin, something. There's something that they need to stop eating, drinking, taking, something that's toxic, I think, with these 2 cards. Because remember, this was on the bottom of the deck, and now this is our central card. And obviously, this is Breaking Bad, or he's making meth, right? That's what this is, the TV series Tarot. And so, I don't know, you could be, look, I'm brutally honest in these readings. You just, nowadays, you never know. And I don't ever, like, you just never know. It could be somebody that you're dealing with who's dealing with meth. You could be watching me and be on meth. I don't know. But if that's the case, if you know somebody who's doing drugs, they need to detox. They need to get off of it, obviously. Maybe you're going to be helping them in some way to detox, but it could be a huge battle because of this Five of Wands over here. You know, there could be an argument. There could be something. And I feel like that's the bullshit aspect of the reading. But I also think, like, actually, I was going to say, well, let's look at the blessings. Yeah, look. We've got the Six of Cups, but look at the imagery here. This is what's on the bottom of the deck now. And so it's like the ambulance is coming in, right? To give them like emergency aid. So maybe this is a situation where it could be somebody like out of the blue, maybe deciding to get clean or diet, like go on a diet or something to get healthier. So yeah, it's going to be bullshit because I feel like it's going to be there's going to be a fight or an argument, but it's also going to be a blessing because they're going to get clean. Yeah, it'll be the end of that particular situation. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we are going to get to the special part of the reading that, well, I've already done it once now because group 1, I did these charms, but I decided to make a new charm board last night. I'm not exactly, like I was explaining in the first video, I wasn't exactly sure why I needed to make this charm board or exactly how I was going to use it in charm readings until I used it for group 1. And it worked very, very well, in my opinion, except that I forgot to do the astrology dice. So give me a second to adjust my camera. So this is my chakra board, charm board. Okay, hold on. I guess my camera's off, maybe. Hold on. There we go. All right, so this is my, like I said, my chakra charm board. Where did here it is. So we actually have 9 chakras here represented. We have Earth Star, which is the chakra that literally, connects your feet to the ground. And then we have Soul Star, which is directly above your head. Then we have root, sacral, solar plexus, throat, heart, third eye, crown, excuse me for a second, something just distracted me. So I'm actually going to read these 2 here in 2 ways because I read this is actually the moon and this is the sun. Even though I'm calling this the chakra board, these are also going to be read as feminine energy and masculine energy, as well as Earth Star and Soul Star. So again, that also corresponds to, feminine energy would be Earth energy and masculine energy is solar energy. So, feminine energy and is the moon and masculine is solar. All right, so let me go ahead and mix up my charms. I apologize for stumbling over my words. This is now the second time that I've read this way with this charm. So we're going that together. And I'm going to roll some astrology die, which I forgot to do in the first group. Actually, you know what? I'm going to roll the astrology die after I read these because they may actually move some of these charms out of the way. And if that happens, I'm going to read them special when they do. So we're going to start up here in the left corner with the solar plexus. So obviously, if it's the solar plexus, this is advice on some action that you need to take. So it's interesting to me that we have the microscope and the medicine dropper that came out right next to each other. So the medicine dropper is falling directly over the sacral chakra. The microscope is falling directly over the solar plexus chakra. So literally it's saying you need to pay attention to the details of what is it that you're putting into your body, but also, this medicine dropper sitting over the sacral chakra could again be talking about, maybe there's an issue with your reproductive organs that, maybe you need to go in and have some testing done. So this would be like advice of go to the doctor, especially if you're not feeling well in some way. Also in this area of the body would be like your digestion. So think about everything that is, from your underneath your breast down, or from like your belly button down. So, you're going to want to, if you're not feeling well, definitely go to the doctor, because I think that there will be answers forthcoming. But also with this open heart key charm, I feel like you may have some answers that could help someone else. Like you may intuitively know an answer that is helpful to someone else this week. We have a piece of amethyst sitting on top of the root chakra here, with the star sitting in the corner. So I feel like, again, with and this particular piece of amethyst has a butterfly in it. For those who know me, I scry crystals, and so I see a butterfly inside of this, so I call this my butterfly amethyst, which is, butterflies represent death and rebirth or transformation. The caterpillar has to, recede into its cocoon before it can emerge as the butterfly. And so I feel like with this star here, there's something attached to, you have been kind of in cocoon mode, or security mode, or foundation mode, where you've kind of been building up your security or your foundation to the point that you may now be receiving some sort of recognition, especially if you are emerging as the butterfly at this time. We do have the letter with the star, and the witch's hat, also the castle and the palm fronds. But I feel like these three together first, and then we're going to go to the castle and the palm fronds. Although because they are all in the root chakra section, they all apply to security. Security, home, family, being grounded, so your survival instincts, your vigor, or your, how much energy that you have, your physical preservation, your physical sensations, your self-esteem, movement. Okay, so this is all right here. This is all like magician energy with this letter, the star, and this witch's hat. And so I feel like quite literally this is saying, it's like the solidifying of plans in some way. It could also be a contract. Because of the star with the letter, I feel like it could be a contract or something, like, or no, I think it's either a contract or like a magician, like creating something, solidifying your creation with a contract in some way, especially because we have the castle and the palm frond. So again, so it could be that maybe in order for you to have the security, that you're seeking, this castle, right? The dream, you have to reach out to someone in order to solidify your plans, possibly with some sort of promise or contract attached to it. We have the $100 bill, which is the highest denomination of money that I have in my charm bucket, sitting with the horse rune, and the rune of humanity, Manaz, on top of the moon or the earth chakra, as well as the throat chakra. So humanity on top of the throat chakra, what that's talking about is your words. Like when you are trying to comfort someone or speaking to someone, temper your words. That's going to create movement that will bring abundance. So if this is all attached to whatever this contract, promise, solidifying or solidification of plans where you need to reach out to somebody else, maybe to get their agreement on this or something, you're going to have to be very careful how you say what you say in order to bring that about, in order to talk them into it. We have the song I Need You Now, or Need You Now by Lady Antebellum. We have the number 11 domino, so the number 11, the number 6, or the number 5, or the number 65 could be important with this. It's sitting in the throat chakra area of the chart, or of the charm board, and it's sitting directly next to the charm that says, no matter where. I feel like this is a promise. Again, like maybe, especially with the song playing in the background and all this other stuff about a contract, like this is, I feel like you're saying, like you either want to give this promise to someone, like I got your back no matter where, no matter when, or you're really looking for someone to give you this promise. Again, I think I don't know, it's so weird because, again, you have this whole detox thing attached to it again. So if your person is going through detox, like if this is not a romantic situation, you're working with a child who's going through detox, they need to know that you're there no matter what. Right? No matter what, you're always there. We have the cherries sitting with the crown. So again, this is like abundance simply because you're taking the lead in whatever the situation is. That's what brings abundance. Then we've got the double, or the number 6 die, which is the double 3. So the number 6, the number 3, the number 33 could be important. And that's sitting directly on top of the heart chakra. And I do have to say that the number 6 is associated with Venus. The number 3 is associated with like Papalewa. And so, however that resonates for you, take that as it does. You do have the arches coming out over the crown chakra with the number 2 die, which is a double 1. So the number 1, the number 11, or the number 2, and that's actually sitting directly over the crown chakra, whereas the arches are sitting in a mix between the throat chakra and the crown chakra. So this is like number 2 has to do with partnerships, but again, this is 2 people coming together to ascend to the next level, to get to this next level, right? To cross this threshold. You can't do it without each other. You know this based on where this is sitting in the crown chakra. That's what the crown chakra corresponds to. It's something you already know. It's not going to happen without your support. But there may be some losses attached to this because we have the $10 bill in reverse. And so because this is attached to whatever this contract promise something is, there may be some expense. Like you may have to give up more than you're willing to in this contract or this compromise. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and roll some of these astro die just to see if we can get any more energy in terms of signs, planets, or how it is affected through any of these things. So I'm just going to kind of toss them on top and hope to the best that it doesn't scatter things too much. Perfect. Okay. So for this $100 bill with the horse rune, it came up with the 4th house and it kicked it over here to the root chakra. So what that's telling me is all of this abundance has to do with a home or family in some way. Okay. That's what that security is about. We have Saturn coming over this star in the root chakra area. So this is hard work, literally. I think we already knew that based on the butterfly and the cocoon going with the amethyst, but this is literally hard work that you put in that you're going to be recognized for. Also, you're going to feel emotionally secure with the moon coming out over the root chakra. We have the sign of Sagittarius coming up on top of the threshold here. So there's something with the Sagittarius where like literally you can't get through this next threshold without the help of a Sagittarius. We do have Taurus represented over here in the solar plexus chakra. So Taurus, I think, is the one, and the 4th house. So in order for Taurus to secure in order for Taurus to gain the security that they're looking for or to feel secure in some way, they need the help of a Sagittarius. They know they cannot do it without the help of a Sagittarius in some way. Take that however it resonates. If you're not a Taurus or a Sagittarius, these are just the energies of. Taurus would be the builder, the one who nurtures and creates. Sagittarius is sort of the adventurer, the one. Also, the Sagittarius is benevolent. Sagittarius is charismatic. Sagittarius has the wisdom to impart. So take that however that resonates. And then Manaz, the rune of humanity or humankind, pushed over to the solar plexus chakra to the open heart key. So when I said before that you have the answer, or that that some sort of answer that may help someone. I think because this is like, you may not want to help them is what I'm getting at, because this rune is in the reverse. So someone doesn't want to be human or humane, doesn't want, for whatever reason, someone does not want to help the other person, but you need to, because you have this wisdom. How are they going to get through this without your help is basically what this message is. So we're going to go ahead and leave this here so that we can move on to this. Thank you for watching. I hope this resonates. If it did not, please stick around, because there may be another reading here on the channel for you that does. Hello, group 3. Hopefully this goes better than group 2 did. So I tried to use this particular thing that I set up for a card holder and it didn't want to work so well, but we're going to use different cards for your reading. So hopefully we'll get it. All right, so you have the Mountain, strong foundations. Interesting that we have been talking a lot about security, although I have been doing something special, which you're going to find out at the end of your reading. But I just want to say, like, just in case you've been attracted to any of the other groups, you already know what I'm talking about when I say, foundation and security is important this week. All right. I don't know why. I feel like I need to pull a time frame card. And I'm going to pull a time frame with a tarot card, and I feel like this is the focus for whatever reason, because we're talking about strong foundations. It just, and hold on one second, because we do have choices here. We don't want the choices mixed in. I just want the time frame. All right, give me one second. All right, so for those who enjoy watching the shuffling, I apologize. I shuffled off camera because I'm noticing that if I do it, or if I even bump the table at all, it makes the camera shake because of sorry, I thought one wanted to come out. The thing that I have holding up my camera, it's sitting on top of my table. So I don't want the camera to shake too much. The video gets messed up that way. All right, so let's see what our time frame is. One of them in here, but I'm not sure if it's this one. I feel like it's that one. So this spring, which is where we are right now. So we're talking about the timing of right now. And I'm actually going to put this right here. Now, I say right now because I am filming in today is May 2nd, 2022. However, if you happen to be watching this at another time of year and it is not in May for you, this will apply for whenever next spring is. But for those who are watching now, we're talking about either now or between now and the next. Hold on, let me get a tarot card. Oh, that's the one right there. Hold on, this one right there. Hold on, I need to get one more. So this has to do with a King of Pentacles. It's probably going to be, well, because Pentacles do represent longer periods of time, more like a year or years, I should say. I'm going to get one more card just to see, because I feel like this King of Pentacles is coming out to say that either the month of May, like literally right now, look at now, we've got the Queen of Swords. Interesting. So right now, we've got the sign of, or an earth sign, possibly Taurus, because that's King of Pentacles, but it could be either Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and then we have an air sign attached, which could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So this is something that has to do with your foundation, your security. And I'm trying to get like, more specific in terms of the time, but it's not going to do it. So we're going to leave that the way that it is. And actually, because we're talking about foundations and security, I'm going to use these So Below deck. You know what? Hold on. I feel like I need... I'm not sure. I feel like I need another oracle card. I'm just not sure which one I want. I mean, God, I've got this one in my hand. It's just, I'm not sure. I'm going to go with it. I don't know. I'm going to go with it. I feel like we need another card to give us like a general... Why is it telling us this spring? Right. Okay, look at it. Courage and mercy. Interesting. I don't know if these are going to stand up or not. The last time I tried this with a couple of cards, they kept falling. The cards were too heavy. Okay. Sorry that that's going to like get in the way, but it has to be. Okay. So we have mercy and courage coming through, and look at the numbers. So 4144. So 4 is kind of prominent. We also have a 5 over here. This one breaks down to a 5. So 4 and 5. So there's changes to your foundation, your security, something that's happening right now, possibly between, like, if it's either you are either an earth or air sign, or this has to do with someone with one of those signs, or this could be the energy of. So Pentacles is like your money, your security, which we already know with the strong foundation. And then Swords has to do with like communication, right? Interesting. So it could be maybe either you need to communicate something to someone and you need to be courageous but also merciful when you do it, or they need to do that for you. I'm going to get more, but that's what I'm feeling right now. All right, so let's see what's going on. Let's get some detail. Okay. So we're starting off really strong with the 10 of Pentacles. And we have the song Skin by Beartooth playing in the background. So 10 of Pentacles is very positive. It talks about security, long-term family security, right? And that's not just money. We're talking about like family that is very close, that still gets together for the holidays, like the parents still babysit or whatever, like this is, and look, so interesting. I feel like just because this is here, I want to put them on either side. But when I was going to do that just because, but like, it's interesting because this one is like play and this one is work, right? So there could be an issue of work and play. Maybe one person, because you do have two people here. So maybe one person feels like they're working really hard and the other person maybe is like not so much. I don't know, maybe kind of relaxing. So that could be something that's going on where maybe you need to say something but be merciful or kind about it in some way. I don't know. Let's get some more cards. And so the Four of Pentacles is like, I don't want to let go. I want to keep holding on. And I was actually looking at the Four of Pentacles when these cards, I was trying to get more information about the Four of Pentacles when these two cards fell. And so now we have the Devil and the Wheel of Fortune. So, so I feel like one person does not, like, the reason that they're working so hard is because they want like abundance and luxury and all of this good stuff. Like they're working for all of this abundance. But the Devil card, like when you put the Devil and the Wheel of Fortune together, this is like, all of this actually is like energy of the workaholic, right? The workaholic who's doing it simply for the money, because this was the last card that came out, and the Four of Pentacles does talk about like greed energy. It's, you know, typically in traditional tarot, the Four of Pentacles would show a man sitting on top of his chest of gold, and you can see that it's overflowing with like gold and jewels, but he's like sitting on top of it to make sure that nobody can get near it. And he's holding coins to his chest as well. So he's a miser, he's greedy, he doesn't want to spend his money. He probably has a lot of it, but he just doesn't want to spend it. But this is also like workaholic energy, right? Where one person is in workaholic energy and the other person is in like family energy. Although I was seeing it as sort of relaxation, I'm wondering now if this person over here, because we have the Devil card coming out, if they're in workaholic energy because their values and what they want maybe are different from this person over here, right? Like maybe this person is seeing the person over here as being lazy, but it's just that they actually want two different things. Like maybe this person just wants family. This person wants security. This person wants support. This person wants to know that somebody's going to have their back for forever. But this one over here is like, well, I want the big house. I want the fancy car. I want the large 401k that's going to keep me in luxury until I'm 98 years old, you know, and trying to skydive or whatever the dreams are. Like whoever this person is, they've got really big dreams. And so far, this person is more humble. Not humble, more, their dreams are, their dreams are more humble. Yeah, that's the only way to say it. Oh, interesting. And then I was getting more information over here, and now we've got the Strength card with the Tower. And if you see this is somebody running. Like I actually, even though so it's weird. I feel like this is like you get some sort of news that makes you have to run to help something. Oh, hold on. So this side over here is like, I'm working because I want all of the good things. I want all of the security. And this side over here is like, but I'm more interested in family, and they are probably the kind of person that would run to help their family at the drop of a hat. Like all their family has to do is call, and boom, they literally drop everything. You see that the cup is broken. It's probably, maybe their family is always in crisis too, just because of these two cards. And so they're always having to run after family to fix one crisis after the other. Oh, yeah. And now we have the song. Interesting. It's 4:44 p.m. exactly as I pick up my phone, and we have the song "You Broke Me First" by Tate McRae playing in the background as I'm talking about this over here, which is the energy of, you know, a family. Like maybe your family is always in crisis and you're having to like run and jump and go take care of them, if that makes sense. Interesting. And so now, because of the way these fell out, it came out like this with this one over here. I feel like this is going to be the crux of the reading. Like this is what's going on right now. It's all about reciprocity, who's doing what, as we already kind of knew that from the beginning, right? From what I was saying in the beginning, where this side is working all the time, this side is more family oriented. And so I feel like this is a problem for some reason between the two of you. Don't know why. It is a problem. Especially if this side is always making money and this side is always spending it, taking care of the emergencies that are happening over here. And then we've got the Ace of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the World. Oh, interesting. So someone is thinking about a way out, like how to fix this, or literally this is creating a way to end this situation, fix this situation. Like this is positive. Whatever the ending is to this situation, it's a breakthrough, it's positive, it's moving on and forward. It's not like ending in sad, right? Because the World is a completion. It's like, oh, I finally completed that goal. I finally completed that task. I finally completed something successfully. So there's nothing to be unhappy about. But I think with this situation, like somebody in this situation is coming up with a way to fix, whatever the solution is to this issue. There's somebody is trying to come up with a solution. At least they're trying, right? Like they're willing to work on it. They want to work on it. They want to fix it, stay together, whatever. They're trying to come up with solutions. And then we have the Three of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. This is more like working on it, creating. Oh, with the, so this is like sending a message. It's almost like, I always feel like this is the smoke signal card because like, look, it's a freaking kite with a picture on it. It reminds me of someone trying to send prayers up to heaven, like a smoke signal up to heaven to say to your loved one or to whoever, right? Hear me. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Whatever. I don't know. This is talking about, even though it feels like fire energy to me, even though it's swords. So it's like creative communication to make all of the, like, this is all fun, happy, good energy right there. Somebody's trying to fix this. Someone's coming up with a way to fix this situation, whatever it is. So if you're like in this situation and you're feeling stress about it or worry about it, don't, because it's going to be worked out. Whoever your person is, it's either you or your other person is willing to work on it, willing to come up with solutions. You're fine. You're good. Like everything is starting to get better right now because this is talking about the spring. And if you're watching this at some other time of year, whenever spring is for you, is when things will start to look up and get better. And these solutions, whoever the person is that's trying to come up with a solution, they will have come up with them by that time. Okay, so let's move on to the charms portion of the reading. And so this is where we're actually going to do something new because I felt the need to create a new charm board last night. Let me get my camera situated correctly. And so if you watched group 1, you've already heard me explain this. When I was making this, I wasn't exactly sure why. I just felt the need to make it. And like you'll hear me say all the time on my channel, I just follow my instincts, my intuition, whatever my intuition says, that's what I do. So this is a chakra board. I knew I wanted it to be a charm board. I just didn't know what kind of charm board. And as you know, I already have the astrology board. And so now we have a chakra board. And so this is the moon, this is the sun. But these two are going to actually have dual meanings dual meanings. So this is going to represent feminine energy, but also the earth star chakra. And then this sun is going to represent masculine energy or the soul star chakra. And if you don't know which those are, the earth star is the chakra that it's literally the connection. It's between your feet. It's the connection that your feet has to Mama Earth. And the soul star chakra is just above your head. And so that represents your connection to sky or to spirit. And so then we have root, sacral, solar plexus, throat, heart, third eye, and crown. And as I get through the reading, you'll see how I'm separating each section, which, hey, this is now going to be the third time I am actually using this board, and I'm learning it as I go. So We also have some astrology dice that I'm going to roll after I'm done reading the charms, because that kind of changes up the charm portion of the reading a little bit. So let's get into it. All right. So we're going to start up here in our upper left-hand corner where we have the moon with the moon and stars sitting on the solar plexus chakra. This is just literally saying you need more sleep. You need to actually take the time to sleep more. And then you have the heart and key, or the open heart with the key charm, but it was in the reverse. So because that was in the reverse and it's sitting on top of the solar plexus chakra, I feel like you may have some sort of answer for something that may make someone very happy, but I feel like it's saying don't divulge what you know. This is sitting on top of the solar plexus chakra. So it could be that you don't want to tell what you know, but I don't know. I kind of feel like it's saying you might need to wait or hold off or like time it right or something. And the reason that I say that is because you've got the moon and heart in the reverse, and then you've got the feather next to it. So I think whoever it is that you need to give this message to maybe is not receptive yet. Because again, this is falling in the solar plexus. It's in the reverse. Feathers are messages. The moon and heart together is talking about emotions all the way. So in the reverse, someone is not receptive to these emotions or this declaration. So we do have the star sitting in the solar plexus and next to the third eye. So I feel like what this is saying is there's someone that you need to like recognize their efforts, the work that they've been putting in. You need to recognize them some way, make them feel really good. You need to do something. You need to do something to recognize them. And we also have the number 4 domino, which is a double 2. So the number 2, the number 22, or the number 4 could be important to this message of whoever it is that you need to recognize for the work that they've been doing or the time that they put in, effort, whatever it is, their skills, abilities, something. Intuitively, and it has to do with like a partnership, security in a partnership. It could be having to do with this over here. Like maybe you need to recognize something that they've been doing, or recognize their heart in some way, give them some sort of love and affection. You have the Anzu's rune, which is like the messenger. So again, you need to say something to someone. They are not receptive at this time at all, but it is around security and foundation and partnership. You're going to have to get very creative because of the guitar and bird. In order to get your message across, and it's probably going to take you quite a bit of time and effort, because they're not receptive. Like you can't just do it once and then walk away. You're going to have to, and we have the song, we have the song Heathens. Interesting that I'm talking about recognizing someone for their efforts, and the song Heathens by 21 Pilots, what it talks about, all my friends are heathens, don't you know? Wait for them to ask you who you know. That was coming. I kept hearing that in the background as I was talking about recognizing someone for their efforts. So maybe you need to publicly recognize someone for their efforts. Just take that however it resonates. Also, we do have the sun and star charm. It's kind of a mixture of both. It looks more like a sunburst to me. So again, this is sitting over throat chakra, solar plexus chakra, right? The solar plexus is mixed in with the third eye. So you intuitively know what to say, how to say, when to say, and who to say it to. It needs to be public. You're going to need to like praise somebody, really kind of whatever, be a little bit aggressive about it because we do have the sun or the masculine energy here, but not too aggressive because the scarecrow is in the reverse. This is so weird and interesting. Like whoever you're dealing with, like I feel like you have to like really be careful about what you say or do or something for whatever reason. Come on, focus. So see, we have the scarecrow that was sitting on top of the sun, but in the reverse. So anytime a charm is upside down, that means be careful or don't, or it's like a warning, right? It's like the opposite of what it would mean if it was upright. And also I'm hearing watch it as I'm saying that. So there's something about be careful about what you say. Don't be too aggressive. Don't be over the top. Don't be, because you might scare them away as well. They might see you as bullshit, or they might take it the wrong way for whatever reason. Okay, so we have the number 8 domino, which is the 2 4s. So the number 4, the number 44, or the number 8 is somehow important for that. That's also sitting on the sun or the soul star. So again, that's like abundance, going after abundance, because this is masculine energy being the sun. And then sitting over the moon, you've got the African bloodstone, as well as the arches. So this is like, you need to do shadow work. Somebody needs to do shadow work in order to maybe tap into their intuition or ascend to the next level in terms of their intuition or their creativity. We have the arrow with the key. This is like on point, like your wisdom, your answers, your ideas, whatever, you're on point, you're hitting the mark, it's all good, you're creating security. This is all really good, positive, because it's on the root chakra. Like you're feeling good, you're making good moves, whatever. Especially if, like, whenever the gun comes out, it talks about like taking a shot, taking a chance, or aiming for something. So again, you've got the gun and the arrow. So your aim is true. You're taking a shot at something, and it will be true. But again, be careful that you don't get too aggressive with it. Words are a gift, because the bow is sitting, or words from the heart are a gift, especially if you need to reach out to someone with the palm fronds and the bow here. And then we've got the dolphin, which is all about joy, sitting above the throat chakra and the crown chakra. So maybe express yourself to someone. And then we have the lighthouse with the microscope, the feather, and the guitar. Oh, we have 2 guitars. Holy shit, we've got 2 guitars. If you're a creative person who writes music, sings, or something like that, and you are trying to like date somebody, woo somebody, get somebody's attention, talk somebody into something, like maybe music is the way to go in some way. Write a poem, write a song, something, using songs or music, making a mixtape might be something good. Pay attention to the details because of the messages, right? Like, so that would be really pay attention to the lyrics. The lighthouse is like, it's like a light in the dark, right? So it was on its side. It fell on its side. And so again, when it's coming out with the microscope, it makes me feel like the fact that it fell on its side. Again, be very careful. You don't want to steer somebody the wrong way or make someone believe the wrong thing if your words are off, or like, I don't know, pay attention to the lyrics is all I'm saying. Especially if you're like writing a song or a poem or something, pay attention to the words. Okay, so we're going to get some astrology guides. And so I'm just going to drop it on top and read it however they fall. They may push some of the charms, and if that happens, we're going to read it however it does. You'll see what I mean. Okay. All right. So we have Pluto coming out over here, where we talk about you need more sleep. This is like power naps with Pluto. Literally, that's what it's saying, because Pluto is power. And this is your power. Like maybe you're having dreams that are very powerful that you need to act upon as well. So we have Pluto again. Dude, Pluto in Virgo. So if you have the placement of Pluto in Virgo, I feel like right now is your time to act, to move, to create, to do something. Maybe especially like bursts of intuition as well. Pluto rules Scorpio in the 8th house. So this could be like mediumship issues, and right now is the perfect time. We do have the eclipses. We just had the solar eclipse in Taurus. We're having lunar eclipse in Scorpio on May 15th. So this is all about like using your power for healing, your power for the details, your power for service. Hold on, bringing clarity because we've got the sun. And then we have Fallen by Alicia Keys playing in the background. So we have the 12th house coming out with Aquarius. Okay, so first of all, Aquarius. If you are an Aquarius, you are the one who is hitting at the mark. Also, Aquarius, if you're not an Aquarius, but you still were wondering if you're on the right path or if you're hitting the mark with your friends or in your social circle or your community, that is a big yes, right? Because that's what Aquarius rules, the 11th house and community. But then we have the 12th house coming out into the root chakra area. So this is talking about solidifying your dreams, your fantasies, making them into reality. And we have the first house coming out over the throat chakra with the crown chakra. So this is how you express yourself, right? So I feel like this is saying be very authentic in how you how you express yourself. Being very authentic in how you express yourself is what will bring you joy. Okay, so I hope that resonates. If it does not, please stick around. There may be another reading here for you on this channel. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, tell your friend, whatever you can to help me as I am new here. And I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.